Hey everyone, I finished my John Maxwell. So the teachings, what I learned from today, Roddy Galbraith had a section from John Maxwell on there, which is what I like. And it's that simple isn't simple. What sounds simple is actually very complex, and we have to make it simple. We have to make the complicated things easy for people to understand, and we have to create conversational intimacy. So we have to build that into our teams, into our communications. We have to be able to bring that into our workplaces, because if we focus too much on positional power, that doesn't build a good team. It doesn't build a team that trusts each other, that can work together, and that knows how to complement each other to get things done. When we're speakers, it's about adding value to people. When we have an audience in front of us, similar to spiritual direction or giving retreats, we focus on how we can help people on the journey of where they are and what it is that they want to accomplish. When we go on retreats, for example, we always ask at the beginning, what is the grace, or why are you coming to this retreat? What are you bringing to this retreat that you want to pray with, that you want to reflect on? And we ask for a grace from God that we would like to develop or receive at the end of that retreat. And it doesn't mean that you'll get it at the end of the retreat, but we can continue to pray for God to enrich us in that area of our life. And we could focus on something like Galatians 5:22. What are the fruits of the Spirit? That's just an example. Or we could focus on an image like Jesus, our teacher, or Jesus, our high priest. We could focus on something like that as an image to take into prayer with us. And we look to make a connection with others. We look to a way to develop that trust, because obviously if you're coming to a retreat or you're coming to a retreat center, you don't know the people that you're going to meet there. You don't know the spiritual directors. You could be meeting anybody. So you have to go in with some trust that the person there has the best of intentions and they're going to help you on your faith journey. And that's three of the points that I wanted to look at today. So it's not about looking good to our peers or looking good to our managers or looking good to the company. A lot of companies focus on that, about looking good, and that's not really what it's about. It's about building our teams and having good values. And then also, when things change, we often feel disappointed. We feel like this is really very hard for me to adjust to. And we have to redirect our actions. We have to redirect the possibilities that we look at. Because even in the AI generation, there's new possibilities that come up. So for example, using social media, using technology, a lot of people are now using podcasts, and they're using different platforms to the traditional ones that we used to. And it's important that we keep up with that. Where are the new opportunities? Where are we being redirected to? And what is it that we can look at to do something differently? And those are the ones that I wanted to look at. The other thing is that with emotions, all over here in Canada, they all about, they want you to be calm. They want you to be relaxed. They'll give you some medication so that you can be like a cookie cutter doll or a Stepford wife. And emotions really are emotions. Everybody gets angry, everybody gets upset, everybody gets happy, everybody feels joy, everybody feels bliss. There's no such thing as normalizing your emotions. I mean, if you have to normalize your emotions, you might as well not have them. emotions are there. You can experience them, you can go through them, and you can pray with those emotions as well. That's one of the reasons I refuse to take that psychiatric treatment and the pills, because Dr. Zaretsky told me, he said, if you meet with me, you have to agree to medication. I said, I don't want medication. I can come meet you if you insist. I'm not taking medication. I said, why do you want me to take your medication? He said, well, it will help you to relax. I said, oh, I don't want to relax. I'm quite fine with who I am. Thank you very much. So psychiatrists will not meet with you unless you are on medication. That's why I had to find somebody through the church who could accept me for who I am and where I could be myself and express my emotions. And so that's another difference between here and Africa. It's like, oh, you need to be calm. Just be calm. Just let them say whatever they want. I'm like, I can't handle these people. So they can be as emotional as they want. They can be as expressive as they want. And I just need to be calm. Get over it. Really? That's how they are here. So there's no such thing as normalizing your emotions. Normal emotions to who? I mean, obviously, if you're a maniac and you've killed people, or you've gone around cutting people's heads off with a machete, or killing people because they're gay, or something like that, then yeah, there's something wrong with you. But you don't need to normalize your emotions. The psychiatrists need to get over it. Father Chad Ripperger says that psychiatrists are actually evil. He says they are actually evil, and Catholics should not agree to go to see psychiatrists because they're rooted in a disposition that is evil. It's not normal. So those are my pointers for today, and those are the ones that I listened to. It was very short. I prefer to have an hour with Roddy because then we get more of him and we discuss the presentations, what we got out of it, and hear more of his teaching as well. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share for today. So if you like psychiatrists and you like going to them, please go ahead. Do not put your worldview onto me, because I am not from this country and I do not accept it. And I'm glad that there are priests like Father Chad Ripperger who do not accept it. You can watch his videos on YouTube and you can learn more about him. And he's also saying that what is being created in this world today is pure chaos. It is pure chaos, and it's against Catholicism, and it's for communism. And communism has created evil. It's created societies where there's no hope for the future. Why do you think everybody wants to leave Africa? Do you think if there was a hope that we'll have a middle class, we'll be able to come up, we'll be able to join the 1%, people would stay, right? Why is everyone leaving? Because it's the opposite, and Canada's becoming like that. Everybody wants to leave Canada because there's no hope of getting into those jobs paying over $75,000 so that you can afford to buy a home and have something for your own. That's why. If the Muslims run everything, don't blame me, because I warned you. And they start cutting off arms and everything else that they do. Don't blame me. And don't blame Father Ripperger and the priests that have stood up to it, including Scott Lewis, because you damn well deserve it if it starts happening. I won't let it happen to me. I would rather leave this country and save my life than live under Muslim rule and communist rule. And if you think I'm racist, think it. I don't care. I'm Catholic. For me, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and that's the way it is. Like Elvis said, take it or leave it. I don't give a damn.